Welcome back. Welcome back to the Comfort Level Podcast. It's March already. This is our first show in March. Wow. Great month. This is a time where we celebrate everywhere women. Women everywhere who stand for a brighter future, free of bias and discrimination. We're gonna honor all past and remember the women who, throughout history who embodied the importance of equality and inclusion and fairness. People are celebrating all over the world. It's Women's History Month. Yes, Women's History Month. And many cities, they're celebrating. They're celebrating International Women's Day, which they designate March 8th with the theme. The theme for this year is women who advocate for equity, diversity, and inclusion. So it's, a global celebration of social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. So this specific day also marks a call to action for accelerating women's equality. So it's been since around 1911, some people say 1917, that International Women's Day has been supported by more than 1 million people. So this evening, I want to honor and commemorate Miss Dana Hicks of envisionsuccess.org. She's a true heroine, by showing a video of her and her associates interview that we had at Studio 206. So on the Comfort Level Podcast. And as you know, you can find our podcast on all social media platforms. We are broadcasting live on 8 platforms at once at this time. And so forth, you guys. You can catch our recaps anywhere you get your podcast. So the success of every woman should be the inspiration to another. We got to raise each other up. So, and I just want to re-show this video since I don't have a guest today. Comment while I'm getting it together. Oh, hi, how are you? So I'm going to get this, and then I'm going to be back right after the video. Talk to you guys, okay?
It's something unexpected, and I'm feeling connected. Feel you in a different way. This time, just I'm thinking, only you got me sinking. This is not a typical day. Oh, our bodies connected in so many ways. You're in a different. You take my body to a different place. Oh, our mind is connected in so many ways. You be my love and I don't play. You understand everything. And when you tell me like that, these connect and tender, it's spiritual. And when you love me right back, your body reacts. It's something that physical. Oh my God! Oh my God! Bella, hey! Yeah, how's up, baby? Bella, hey. Yeah, that's 144 record. Shout out to the priest. He got good girl over there. What? Yes. 2024, we are back. And we got the cool guy in the back over here. We got the cool guy in the back with us, y'all. Paper man.
It's your big paper man. Back with a banger, man. You already know what the time it is. You know what I'm saying? Sitting here with Jenny Schmanny on a cover level podcast with none other than Financial Planes. You already dig. You know the vibe.
Y'all know what's papers. It is what it is.
But today we're gonna be having a guest coming in, a few guests I might say, and I need all eyes on this.
Share this live.
Yeah, share
Get
this
your live. Share this live. Oh my goodness.
Share this live.
I'm super excited about this because a lot of people they confuse Comfort Level Podcast, Bars and Bangers, and the Comfort Level Podcast. We are bringing you awareness. We want to make sure that we elevate your mind. So this is why we set Bars and Bangers over there for the music. You know what I mean? That's what we did.
We still play music.
We love music.
Everybody has a voice, and
Sometimes the voice is
big
music.
voice in music. Yeah, so. But today we're going to talk about dreams. You know, dreams, things like that. You know, like reaching our goals. You know what I mean? But we have a lady and her crew, or one of her crew,
Amazing
that's
crew.
coming, and she's going to talk to us about dreaming with our eyes open. You know what I mean?
I realize.
Now, yeah, we never real life dreaming, like we never
think when we wake up and we can do everything in our dreams.
And this is me. I always say I don't dream. Oh, I don't dream like when I'm asleep. People say that I do dream, but I don't never that stuff like that.
But I think honestly, because you're one of those people, you live this, you're living your dream. Like you get up and you're going for the dream, so you don't really take that time to be like, okay, I'm gonna sleep for a minute. You dream a little bit. You be like, good morning, it's time to get this dream real quick.
Now we'll start feeling.
Look and busy.
Drop the comments in there. Let us know you're here.
You want to shout out
Leave
to
boxes,
so,
so drop the comments. So we're starting to reach some of our dreams in this awareness project that we got and these thoughts and everything. We're gonna bring you today, Miss Dana Dick from Envision Success. EnvisionSuccess.org. That is her organization. She started as a foster mother, and now she works with young adults who are aging out of foster care. That's right. She's giving them homes and skills.
She's really
skills
putting things out here to
to-
grow.
That's right. And we always talk about saving one young life. So when I talked to her, she the way she put it to me, why she became a foster mom, she said, "Well, I got room. Well, I got food, and she had love. What other better reason? What other better reason? You know what I mean? So she's gonna come in here, and explain the different things about what she do, why she's doing it, how she's doing it, and the traffic a little bit. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do, spread some awareness. What's up? What's up, DJ Seven in the building?
Yeah, the sound going in and out a little bit.
The sound's going in and out. Or maybe that's because we ain't close enough to the mic or whatever. Can you hear me now?
What's up, Seven? What's up,
Can you hear
Seven?
me now? Anyway, maybe because I'm not talking loud enough. 'Cause I know that sometimes when I do the recap, yeah,
Put a little bass in it.
put a little bass in my voice.
2024, you all bass,
in my
baby.
voice already. Yeah. But we're gonna be doing some fun things too. We always got some fun things going on.
Got a
You
lot
know
of
what I
events
mean?
already getting
Yeah.
us booked and
Yeah.
busy. Like we're already catching our freaking calendar for free. Every day we get
We
something.
waiting on you, Seven.
I know, you know.
This thing right here. Uh, not working. You see papers in the back.
Y'all see papers? Everybody say hi, papers. Oh man. Oh, while we at it, y'all better be ready. We got a lot of stuff going on. On Monday, I will be coming on the crazy bars and bangers. Y'all already know it's about to be ridiculous. Thing. Couple surprises. Just be ready. That's all you need.
Yeah. So what's going on? It's a new year. Philly got a new mayor.
Yes. First of all, did you see the mayor was spitting bars? That was the best. Shout out to Philly's mayor. She's lit. I love her. I'm already a fan. She out here bust that little rhyme up and they went crazy. She's lit. Shout out to
It's amazing because, first of all, it's significant to me because she's the 100th mayor. She's female and she's black.
Boom, Black Girl Magic. Look at it.
And that's not just that. She's from them. Okay?
So she
that's why she's
understands.
spitting the bars because she grew up in the bars. You know what I mean? You can't change that. You know what I mean? You can't change that. I like the music. You know what I mean? I like some crazy music, y'all. Y'all don't even know that I like. You know what I mean? I like the music too. And all of it is good. You know what I mean? All of it gives a different feeling, a different reaction. But hey, it is different aspects to it, different ways that you can use the music. You can use the music for good, or you can use the music for bad, or you can just bullshit around with it. You know what I mean? And just it's whatever. You're not meaning it for good or bad. You know
Some
what
people
I
don't
mean?
even think of it with a vision. And I think that's definitely me.
That's it. So I mean, when you think about success, what 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 is your success? You know what I mean? Your success
Everybody's different.
me see you. I mean, not see you come down.
I see what way, champ.
You know what I
Some
mean?
things
We
that
both
come up.
climbing to the top of our game.
Right.
You
But
know what I
it's,
mean?
it's
So,
but it's like how you always say, when you're in your own lane, there is no competition because you're focused on your lane. So when you have two people focusing on their lane, or three people focused on their lane, it just becomes a bigger empire of levels and platforms for people to be able to elevate. You know what I mean? When people are so busy focusing on the competition, you don't get nowhere. Oh my God, minutes so big. What's up, baby? All the big bros is on. I gotta behave now.
yeah, yeah.
I gotta behave
Oh,
now. Minutes on.
we behaving. You know, we just trying to, you
Keeping
know,
it 100.
keeping it 100. You know what I mean? So, um, Miss Dana Hicks, along with Patricia King Quinn, Devon Jackson, and Dr. Jackie Cyrus are about to open a new, um, what do you call it? Uh,
Foundation.
well, yeah, yeah.
Oh, we make sure
Well,
that-
it's in Kensington. They open up a new home. It's a transitional home for the youth. You know, they're gonna encourage that independent living there. You know, so they offer development and training. You know, they also have a secure environment. You know,
That's dope. I think
That's
that's huge, especially for that area.
uh,
You, you know, from what I know, that area, you know, is pretty rough.
yeah,
You know what I
Kensington
mean?
is pretty
So,
rough down
something for
there.
the youth, somewhere
Yeah.
for them to be able to go and be safe and really learn something. A lot of the youth that don't have.
Yeah, well, you gotta have the strength. This is the thing.
That's a lot of
big.
strength.
That's a big thing to carry for we.
Big
You know what I
responsibility, yeah.
mean? Yeah, big responsibility and stuff.
But at the same time, it's also a big legacy. And that's huge. That's something like, you know, when they say, like you said, the definition of success, for her to and her team to put this together and it to grow, next, you know, that can expand everywhere. You know, that's the level of success.
I can't wait for them to get here because this will be our first podcast.
So the first guest in the
Yeah.
tour,
Well, first
I mean, well, we got
Uh-huh.
here, but you know, we got our first in guest for the 2020. Oh,
yeah, and first time they ever been on podcast, so they're excited.
it's a whole experience.
It's a whole experience.
Yeah, I see she got her Jenny. Might not be see. She got the Jenny Swing shirt.
Yeah.
She means business. 2020.
Yeah, because this is Jenny Schmidt reality music.
That's one of the original.
The original, most. You know what I mean? So she's coming. We also want to talk about um fundraising. You know what I mean?
Like
So
all
good.
types of ways the community can come together.
Well, this is how I think about it, because I haven't met any of them yet. With the exception of Patricia King Quinn, which is almost family. You know what I mean? And she called me up and she told me, about this door that they had appointed her for the promotional, and she called me up with the family.
A better way to get promo, podcast, whole lot of lives, whole lot of platforms.
Yeah. So what I did was I took it did live on the website. You can check that out at .com.
That part. I mean, what better way to tell the story but to yourself? You know, she's gonna be able to give all those answers. Y'all make sure when you're in here, we drop those questions, drop those comments. You want to see them, call in, talk to her, get those questions out.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. They asked me about
saying,
They asked me about anything. Yeah, because what they're gonna have is a big fall with that red DJ.
and I just love that freaking dress. So I really know feel that.
They already got the facility. It's gonna be in Jersey. You know what I mean? It's already.
That's already a party right there.
Trisha said they haven't even looked at it. Trisha hasn't even looked at it. Over there.
That first.
I'm gonna let the cat out the bag, but I'm gonna need everybody.
You're sitting over there.
Yeah, right. You know how I do. I need everybody.
Y'all already pull up, turn up,
Yeah,
support in real life. This is for something bigger than all of us. So it shouldn't need to be something that needs to be questioned because half the people that know us, y'all be no kids.
It's about saving lives. And y'all know a lot of, hey, some people that are watching here are foster, had foster parents. You know what I mean? We're in the foster care system. Maybe they not had a foster parent, but they might have been in the system for a minute. You know what I mean? And then when you come out, you know, put it this way.
We can make or break you.
If you was in the system, if the foster parents till you was 18, you haven't been adopted, what happens when you're 18? That's what happens. They man take you as
You can say,
you don't
good luck.
You're 18, you don't have to be a man.
They give you a document that states that
You're off the state.
I want to.
Yeah, you're off the state.
And I have to go through that process. Foster care is no joke. The system is no joke, which is why I have to get very strong for that. And that's why I love that, they're coming in because what they're doing is huge. And I know what the system can do to people. I've seen people not come out okay. You know what I mean? I've seen people come out traumatized from that. I've seen
But
people
this is
mess
not a
up.
homeless situation.
Yeah, no, just foster care. It can be beautiful foster homes, great stuff. But what she's doing is reaching out and giving them something that's not just a place
They got money.
this is something that you get to learn. They teach you life skills. Like she's gonna really give them the tools that not for nothing. These schools ain't teach you nothing.
It's not for the ones that don't want
Yeah. You want something better for yourself, you got a place to go.
They don't have dreams or whatever, or they just want to stay in the street for themselves. Like, this is giving them the education and the skills to live. So,
Yeah, I love that. What they do now doing. I think that is really cool because they're giving them structure, that is not given anymore. People used to be able to learn everything they needed to from their parents, and then go out into your world.
Dead end.
Yeah, she just
Kensington area.
Yeah, like she went straight to the. She wasn't here to play. That's a big heart right there. That's a big
know
heart.
what it's like.
I had somebody they drove me through there, and all I needed to do was drive through, and I was good because they reminded me of so much stuff that I seen in Massachusetts. So like, I love that somebody's taking this thing.
Yeah. I got man.
Hey, Bling King. What's up, King RM? I see you want to check in. What's good? That's my artist, y'all. Shout out to King RM. Also, the Bling King.
Go get him.
Yeah, we'll get it. You wanna go get him?
Okay. Well, I guess about to come in. I don't know why. I'm trying to learn how to. I don't know. out the with definitely.
Just a little me fixing things up before we get these guests about to come upstairs. So bear with us.
All right. Well, she probably went out to go get our guests and just wait for them. Okay, free. All right. Yes. We're a little small in here, but you know what I mean? Oh, right. Smaller is better, the more homely it is, the more comfortable we are.
A woman is the full circle within her power to create.
Oh my God, I know. These in guys are not so small. Hello. Hi, I'm Dana. Hi, how are you? Looking good. You my mommy. Hi. My name is yeah, my name is Danny. Yeah. Guys can get in there. I can stand up to that. No, guys, come on, so the camera can see you. Yeah, that's my camera. Okay, to the camera. I'm gonna take my jacket off out there, put it in the other room so that. um, Right, everything gets set with the jacket. So that's right. Hey, hey, good. That's not it, nervous. Uh, no. Like, I'm part yeah, let her talk. Yeah, I can be. Let her talk. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need to be involved in this part of it, I'm just kind of hide in the corner. No, really. But she's been working so hard today for years, years, since I met her. And we met when our daughters were little. Because I was, living at the funeral home, and we had just moved from one funeral home to another. My daughter was only 3.5 years old. Yeah, she was about 5. And I saw her daughter walking down the street. I kept seeing her every day coming over. So finally I said, "Where do you live?" Right down the street. I said, "Come on in, Elisa." We went down the street. Knocked on the door. I said, "Hi, I'm Trish. This is my daughter, Elisa." And they like, I said, "Oh, my camera." All right. Here together, make them up. One in. Table back up. Oh. Oh, yeah. I drove my little daughter to your house. Oh, yeah. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. I told you it was born. I don't know enough. But this guest then, we're all right here with us. You don't hear from anybody out here. This is the info section, okay? We are here with Miss Dana Dick, who is the CEO and founder of envisionsuccess.org,
Yes, correct.
and she's going to inform us all about what she does because we're all ready to dream with our eyes open.
Thank you.
And that's
Thank
it.
you. All
So
right.
that's the introduction. And
Alright.
I mean, if you want to introduce
Okay,
everybody
I
that's
will.
here, because the audience that we're on, everybody knows who we are.
Okay.
This is my co-host, by the way. I know you
You
met her.
better.
Fire Nation Land.
Yes.
Yeah, she
Yes.
He went outside for a quick second.
Yeah.
well, he can grab a chair and slide in.
Okay.
He said it was
Oh.
lovely.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
Well, I'm Dana
he's
Hicks.
cool.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm Dana Hicks. I'm the CEO of Envision Success. And I brought with me a cohort of people who have come from all different walks of my life, and they've been involved with that. I have Devon, who's my best friend since it'll put our age in there, but yeah, we better for 30 years or so. We done been through some things together back in the day. And of course, yeah, that's right. And then on to the left of her is my mother, who of course has always been my supporter. And to the left of her is Trish, who has been my newfound friend when I came to Philadelphia back in 2009. Not 2009. Our kids met. We lived in the same neighborhood, and we've been like, yep. So those are kind of my group of people who have been a part of my life. A little bit about my life. I have been a foster parent for 35 plus ish years. Um, I don't know exactly where to start counting at it, but I started in Seattle, Washington, where I originally came from. And at that point, I became a foster parent. I was one of the youngest foster parents. I think I just got licensed at 22 years old. And I think my very first kid placement was 18 years old. And my little story about her is she says, "Okay, mom, we're going to go to school." I'm like, "Ooh, this is going to be fun," you know. And I remember walking her into the high school and signing her for something, and someone saying, "Do you have a hall pass?" I just looked. I was just like, I just graduated from needing a hall pass, man. You know, I'm somebody's mom. You know. But yeah, I started way back then. I think me and my daughter, we have counted couple of different times. So we have somewhere pretty close to 100 kids that I have had either through foster care, respite care, visiting care, day to night care. You know, different people have come through over all those years. I currently um, have kids in my home, but they're different statuses now. They were in foster care. We have completed adoption of a brother sibling group. And that was the only way to kind of keep them together was to do the adoption. So we did that. And then I still have a young man who I took out of care from Philadelphia at Play 14, where they had a program called PLC, Permanent Legal Custodian. So he wasn't in care, but I got to still be his permanent custody. And I actually have a good relationship with his mom and asked her to let me do this so that it didn't have to be this bloodbath report that she was going to lose. And we share a good relationship. She's just one of my kids now, too.
So is that like like, because I know there's foster care and adoption. Is that like a step in the middle?
There is a step in the middle, particularly for teens or kids right around the cusp of 12 or 12 or 13 who aren't really wanting to be adopted or saying that they want to be adopted. Um, they can have some other type of permanency program for them. And so when I did that for him, I became his permanent legal guardian, and then that removed him from the system. He's still um, so he's got a whole
At
nother
22, it gets like that.
Hey,
That means you got good cooking and good love.
Well, my thing is, I had when he came to me, he was just 10. I think he was turning 11, and now he's 20 years old. That's my child. It's just, you know, yeah, just that's just what it is. It's my child. Like, I mean, so, but yeah, so that's kind of the history about me personally, how I got into foster care. Well, in doing this foster care journey, I dealt a lot with teenagers. That was generally I picked kind of the hardest ones. Those were the ones that I wanted to try to make a difference with. And they taught me a lot of things. And one of the things that they got sick of is being moved from home to home to home the home. They always felt like DHS was. I gave it a nickname, having the ankle bracelet. That was what DHS. Every time there was another knock at the door, another person is going to come and ask them the same stupid question. Well, how are you doing? Well, how's things going? What do you expect them to say?
Yeah,
But then,
they
They don't
said
get to say
bad,
all of
but
but
it.
right. And just they didn't want those different things. So they kind of got sick of that. And about the age 16 and a half, they kind of just hit the streets. And it's just kind of like, I want to free myself from this whole system, but they don't have any skills. And so they take off and they run and they turn 17 or they turn 18 and it's been a couple of years now, about 5 or 6 years, but before they passed that act of where they now can stay in care between the ages of 18 and 21, it used to be foster care was done at 18. So as soon as they hit the street at 18, they come back and say, "Well, now I don't know what to do. I have my fun. There's no fun anymore sleeping out on the streets. It got cold. My friends went home and left me.
right, yeah.
Everyone went to a family member. I didn't have any. And so they had this big population of kids that were coming back into care or needing to come back into care, but nobody would deal with them, and there was no funding. So then they passed that act that allowed them federally to be able to DHS to have funds to pay for kids for aftercare between 18 and 21. That opened up the door a little bit for people to be willing to help. Only a little bit. Most people still don't. They can't call me really and tell me, "Hey, we got a 20-year-old that wants to come stay in your house." It's not quite as easy as they say the 10-year-old. So it's got challenges. But what we decided to do, what I decided to do is try to figure out how to work transitioning them into a place where they could now learn. So right at that, I call knucklehead stage, 17, 16, now 17. I know more than you do. Once they get that piece out and realize they don't know anything, and once they're ready to learn, that's when you can teach them again. You can't teach them through that. You have to let them run that course. Right, they gotta get that wall. No matter what you say, I'm telling you, it's hard. It's right there. They've got to do it.
Come on, right back home.
So I found that all agencies, then they can offer money for independent living skill, life skills, and independent living, and all kind of different programs that they were getting money for now for these same kids. So they all said, "Oh, we have these programs, and we can teach them how to bank, and we can teach them how to write a resume, and we can teach them." And that was great. You can teach them all those different things, except they have nowhere to park that information because we still have nowhere to stay. Right.
Still
Yeah.
fighting to
Yeah.
survive, but you want
Yeah.
me to be how to
Right.
survive first.
Right. And so a lot of those agencies have gotten out of the business of having those extra homes, those care homes, those um, they used to be kind of group homes. They've kind of gotten out of that. So now they've got a pocket of people who have nowhere to live, but they've got the money that everybody else needs to get them somewhere, but no place to put them. So in my other venture of just real estate, that's my side thing. I said, well, we ran across this is in business. And I prayed about it, and I said, "Oh, this is you sure you want me to do this? Are you sure? You want me to do
Yeah, like a few weeks, 'cause I might have had to take like a month to really like.
When we found this, I have been working on this for 6 months. I think I found it almost last March or April.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's been working on the business.
No. I mean, working on the building, that I
Like
just
the
got.
location.
The location, yeah. I started Envision way back. Well, the first time it was like way back in 2000. We were working on a different angle of it, but we actually made it a business in 2013. Incorporated, it got a 501(c)(3), and we've been working on it at different points. Mind you, I was working full time with my
We
whole
all
household.
were.
Everybody was working full time with a house full of kids, and we would get things going, and then we would come to a stalemate again, and have to dissipate for a moment and come back together and get it together. And we've been working over the years and been learning and trying to grow it and build it. And so we always maintained this building structure, a business structure. We had everything together. And when we were ready to go. So I found a building by accident. Well, I'm not supposed to do it on this building, but by accident we found one. We were looking at these buildings, and we went and saw it, and it took us about 6 months to finally purchase it. So we did purchase it.
That's you guys.
And it's technically a 13 bedroom, 13 bath building with a common area and a kitchen. However, the basement, the 2 rooms, do not have proper egresses yet. So we will use those as a common area and a storage area for now. So there's 11 rooms, and they all have private bathrooms, full bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Nah.
I'm done saying that's the key. You ready to adopt me? Y'all seen it? I'm getting adopted tonight.
Well,
That's gotta be amazing, right? Mom is watching her baby doing something.
smile.
Yeah.
As a mom, I just imagine
It
that.
took almost everything we had, every penny we could put together from both our retirement, everything, just to pull this together
That's
to
how
have a
much they
bill.
believe it.
Yeah, just to
And
pull
You guys got like I have chills.
Believing
Like
in humanity,
Yeah.
believing in people, like
No.
you taking a big chance on people you don't know.
Yeah.
like you're
Come
risking it
on.
all.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
like,
guys are doing
it's-
it. That's powerful. That is
Yeah,
powerful.
God's work.
a flyer
Period.
of it's a good building, and it's for everything is modern and brand new. And so when we saw that there was independent bathrooms, everybody had their own bathroom suite. It was my thing was that ran through my mind was well, someone told me about the LGBTQ
Yes,
Mhm.
and the
and
different bathrooms.
and the bathroom issues that they have. And I said,
Well, yeah.
and I said, everybody might have that. I don't particularly just, I'm going for a particular group, but it's the same for everybody. Anybody can,
Yeah,
can, right. And safety was the biggest key. And when we're talking about kids who've been in the system, where
It's not even just physical, it's
Right.
mental
Yes.
safety and stability that you
Right.
guys are offering. I think what you
Right.
guys that is
Right.
I mean I'm
Each
mom,
military suite is lockable. They will have their own
they can go
individual.
in. So it's there. It's
It's
like
code.
their home.
Still
There's
code.
yeah.
They're a New York City apartment.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
It's your penthouse.
Mhm.
I
And this
love
is in
that.
Kensington.
No, it's
It's
above.
in,
It's Frankfurt. It's above
I like
that. Not far. It is
Okay,
far.
okay. I was worried. See my face was like, that's a big,
Yeah, it's a little bit, just a little bit north of that, but it's
It's
if
still
you want to
like
get there, you can
this.
get there. It's a little bit further. It's up by the hospital.
But even in that area, just that location,
Yeah.
what you guys are doing is you're giving hope. A lot, and I spent years, just getting to know a lot of people. Because I'm from Massachusetts.
So
Mhm.
I
there
live
is
in New
public
Jersey.
transportation right
But
there.
the people I've met with, they always
The
say,
kids
just need a light. We need somebody to believe in us. We need someone to care. Nobody cares. And to hear you and see you. This is why it was important for you guys to come on this podcast because people need to see the light. They need to see that there was someone that cares.
Yeah.
Recorded.
Yeah,
we're live, everybody.
Yeah.
That's not
Thank
gonna be
you.
easy to edit. There's no editing in live.
No.
There's no editing. Okay, that's not what I meant. So, when
Yeah,
you
with those
edit
with
it
those
and put
houses,
it
like,
on
are
there.
they,
It's saying,
will they have to like rent or?
So the idea initially was for us to be working through DHS or one of the government agencies, and that they would be paying their regular stipend that they pay, and that would take care of their room and board, and their food, their program fees. So they're coming into a program. It's not just a house, just a room. They're coming into getting full support. So there's going to be someone that checks in with them at least once a week for 30 minutes face to face, see what's going on. Well, let me start at the beginning. Once you come in the program, the process is going through the website, filling out your contact form and your application form. Once we vet that and figure out how we're going to be able to work with this person, we then do a video interview with you so that we can again, once again, explain what our program is about, make sure it's what you think it is, and make sure we know what it is that you want to get out of it, and get some little bit of information about what you're doing. Because between the information they gave us, hopefully, and the agency that referred you, they've given us enough. You're giving us something. We're putting it all together. Our panel will come back together and say, "Hey, yeah, this looks like it's going to work. Let's figure out a goal plan that would work for this person." So we'll be working on an individual goal plan for each person. No one's going to be the same because you might be working at McDonald's, you might be working at Burger King, you might be working day, you might be working night. So we have to hear each plan for you to be successful and try to make sure, we want you to be working. You're going to finish up high school. You got a couple more months. We need to get you a part-time job. We need to get you up. We need to get you on the housing list so we can make sure you have your ID, your license, your medical card. Do you know how to keep your room clean? We're going to be monitoring that at least a couple times a week. We have a 12 structured 24 modules each month of something that you're going to be focusing on learning, whether it's cleaning your room, personal hygiene. You'd be surprised. People don't know. I mean, other than getting wet, they don't know what to do with their body, how to wash their hair, what products are good or not good for you, what products are used for hair based on facts, not what you saw on Facebook. You know. Yeah. Um,
Y'all have everything covered.
Working in the common area, how to clean the common area.
How to change a light bulb,
yes,
a battery,
yes,
where's the fuse, how to turn off the water.
yes, those
I
type of things.
love that. You'd be surprised. I mean, I
No,
have
we wouldn't.
grandkids.
Yeah, yeah, we all know.
know
Right.
any
You
of
haven't been
that.
shown, you don't know how to do it.
Right. And every sixth module is called time management. So it's up to 4 times in that 2-year period that you possibly could be there. That we will go over everything we taught you and how are you managing. So when we talk about cleaning your room, when we talk about your own personal hygiene, we're talking about if you're doing education or job, we're talking about
Relationships.
doing your uh, chores for the week, talking about maybe finding a job. When you put those things,
Budgeting.
when you put those first things together, we've dumped a whole bunch of things that maybe you haven't had put together, and you got to do every day. So we're trying to talk about time management. How do you get it together? How do you make sure it works for you? How you got to get up, and you got to do this, and you got to get these things, and then add on job skills if we're looking for banking, financial literacy, relationships, taking care of yourself medically, making your appointments, how to make your schedule. Then we'll go back over that again and say, all right, now we've added these things onto it. How are you balancing it?
And we have a mobile therapist.
Yeah.
So yes, connected with our program.
Mental health, that's
So
huge.
we're covering
That's huge.
all aspects.
Right.
The whole individual.
18. You gotta be 18. And
It's the
8
year,
to
it's the year
20.
transition. It's when you're
Mhm.
you've got to come out.
Age out of foster care or juvenile justice system. 3.
I love it.
So once they're in the program and stuff like that, so they can phase out. Once they are able to phase out, you guys help out for
Permanent housing.
That's
housing.
part of
Well,
the,
yeah,
that's
we're
part
working
of
on
the
all that stuff.
Right,
Yes.
we're working on
Yeah.
that. So we're hoping to get you connected with, of course, the emergency housing out there, where transition housing that usually go a little bit faster when you're
go
in
through a
the
program.
program. So I have seen between 3, 6, maybe 9 months ish that you get a voucher maybe, and then we'll try to be helping them with a voucher because now once again you've got something that will give you something, but not everybody takes it. So we have to educate you and help push that. And yeah, yeah.
And that's where her business side also would probably come in. She is also an owner of a couple of apartment buildings, a couple small apartments, and she's still working on building her portfolio so that hopefully the goal is if there's apartments available, they can possibly transition from one place to another.
Yeah.
So just the goal is to have the total the circle, the complete circle.
So every one of my apartment buildings now has somebody that's emergency taking somebody in and just to kind of make sure I've given back to each one of my apartment buildings.
So I know you do want to grow.
Taking her face.
Can I address that? Can I address that? Can I address that?
Get out my head. Did you say Georgetown High School?
I see this.
Ooh, can I address that? Can I address that? Can I address
Go
that?
ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. So yes, I'd actually brought that up to her. There is a high school right up Germantown, and we looked at that because it would be a wonderful site for Envision Success to have headquarters, classrooms, training, emergency housing, and the like. So jobs, all it would house the whole incorporation of the program, and then from there they could transition out to another location and then into permanent housing. So that was absolutely what we were looking at. So actually spoke with one of our other board members, and our goal is to work on speaking with some of the representatives for our area and maybe the mayor and talk to them about possibly donating a facility for this program so that we can expand the program because like we talked about and she said she woke up and had a dream and in the dream she said, hey, I've got the solution, give me the kids in the building so that she can help the problem with the homelessness with the youth in this specific area. So we need to get this message out to some of the people who have the ability to donate and help fund this project.
So what are some of the ways that you guys have been?
Well, we've just been recently started. Just got started. So we do have of course our website, which is Envision Success. That's ENVISION Success SUCCESS.org.
We have to run
Yep.
across the screen.
So you can go on there, you can donate there, you can reach us there. You can also reach it at info@envisionsuccess.com. No, .org. Sorry, .org. That's my email. And envisionsuccess.org. You can send an email there. And
We currently have a GoFundMe running.
yeah.
We have a GoFundMe
Mention
running.
that,
Um,
or we could go to the website. on that.
Yeah, it's
So-
the donate.
The GoFundMe is not on there, is it? No.
If
It
you
is?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you go
Oh.
to your website,
Oh.
it'll probably send a link.
Just go to
Okay.
the menu.
Okay.
Okay. No. That's not the GoFundMe though, is it?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Oh,
it is.
okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Probably link to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So that's wonderful. And then, so a couple of things that we have planned to do is to do some fundraising with some of the different businesses and organizations around. We know that there are businesses that do give donations and grants to nonprofits who address specific needs that the community has. And this is a big need that would help a lot. And so we have our flyers. We have a donor solicitation letter. And then what we created was a needs list as well, so that people specifically know what are we trying to achieve? What do we need? What are we asking for? What are we asking for help for? So it's specific, and that gives people a full understanding of what it is we're trying to, accomplish. Once we get these things filled up, we'll be able to house all 10 rooms will be able to be occupied. So
Be one of y'all big promoters. I need you to know I'm about to be on every listen. Y'all need to tap in right now. What you guys are doing is amazing. It's so inspiring. Like it's like what you I'm literally speechless because I always want to see something, especially for our youth get counted out, they're judged, they're talked at, not to, they're told to do things and they're not taught to do things. And what you guys are doing is giving them step by step structure mentally, physically, emotionally, in so many ways. This is going to be when I say I know this is going to go forward. I know this is going to go forward. the fact that you're starting in Philadelphia is huge because Philly is going through so much, and I've gotten to know so much of the youth, and they just feel like there's no hope. And what you guys are doing, you're literally giving them a beacon of light. Like, hey, they didn't teach you this. Come here, let me show you. You don't have a place to get. Come here, let me give you a place to live. Let me show you what food is. Let me show you what this hot water is. A lot of people don't have that, and you guys are literally walking angels. And if nobody tells you that, please hear that because that's huge. So I salute you guys. I will definitely promote on all of my platforms because what you guys are doing is bigger than everybody.
Wow.
Dana does it.
Yeah, and I mean, you wear a lot of crowns.
She does.
This woman, okay?
No, I'm saying
Like,
that's true.
yeah. Oh,
It's
you can
really
see
coming
it.
from her heart.
Yeah, you can see
She's
it.
not doing it. She's not
There's
teaching
no
them
cloud in
and pushing them out the door. She's teaching them and giving
Well,
them
I try to
love.
push my kids.
She tried. They don't go.
You the hug you gave me. I understand. You know?
Get out the door.
Hey, right. When they're
That-
ready.
yeah,
When they're ready.
You know,
And now they just
see
Yeah.
teenagers that, you know, like, why are you out here like a grown, trying to be grown, and you're not, you don't know anything yet, please. You don't know anything.
Not
you know,
ready.
And they're just there, and you'll say, oh, well, can you go in the kitchen and do? They don't even know how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you start the dishwasher?
Mm.
They don't even know how to put the dishes in there.
Right. Right.
You know, you
Right.
teach a man that give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man a fish, you feed him for
Right,
life.
Right.
That's see.
That's Paul's cousin, David. Yeah, he knows Paul.
She called me later.
So my question, and I guess it has to go because for me, I see you as that matriarch. For her to have this big of a heart, it had to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
As a mom, all these years watching her go through this struggle and fighting this battle with her, how do you feel watching this all like come to light?
I have told her several times, I am just so proud to be a part of your life.
Can't see it. That's the best thing she
Absolutely.
Maybe you kind of started the seed of caring for others outside of the home too. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? She got it from her mama.
I'll say one
She
thing
got it
for her
from her
really quick.
mama.
So, my sister was not here anymore, but my sister was the one that dragged home people, not me. But I did have a foster brother for a long time, and he had been with us when I think he came when he was 13, and she allowed him to come and stay because he was this young male that was just left on the street. I didn't see what she saw. I mean, I was the same age, so
Right.
I'm only looking back. He was me and my sister are 2 years apart. He was right in between. All I saw, he was a man. But she saw something different. So there I kind of started from
Yeah.
you know. Yeah,
Mhm.
they and another friend used to bring home these stragglers, and the only thing I required is that their parent or guardian had to know where they were. They couldn't hide out in my place, but they could be there. And they did that all through high school. There was
They're like, we not leaving. She done made cornbread today.
there was always a place for someone who needed a warm.
Like I'm telling you, you guys don't even judge me about the emotionalism having over here.
They're not talking about you guys, but we haven't heard about you.
Just getting started.
Don't worry.
Well, part of
As
it
far
is
as the
because
housing.
it's because I just got the house, so the house was the big thing for me. I closed on the house at the end of September, September 25th to be exact. So
My
birthdays too. Yeah, we're in September too. Yeah. So it was kind of like we had tried a couple times. We were there in the beginning. We had tried to write a grant. Boy, I know when you don't know what you're doing and you're just trying to get out there, you're just trying everything. It's very complicated. But one of the things we saw in the grant is they wanted to see what kind of skin you had in it, right? And so we couldn't produce all this money at the time, you know. So we just kind of remembered that. And then when I saw this house, my building. We're ready to go. It's my investment. Somebody knows I'm more than 50% in it. This is my building. It's ready to go. And that's just when I saw it. I said, okay. And then a lot of it's just on faith and trusting and believing that I'm moving in God's will. He said, keep going forward. Keep going forward. I'm believing that I'm going to meet this will, this puddle of will, and something's going to go boom. Yeah.
Everybody on that live, y'all make sure y'all share this live. Make sure y'all reach out. Go on the website. This is a big movement. Y'all gonna see this on all my pages. Y'all know when I support heavy. So as soon as y'all get t-shirts, all of that, listen,
We're working on that.
I will write.
We are
present
working
all
on
day
it.
long. He'll tell you I'm good for it.
Yeah.
I want it, whatever we can do to help
We're
to
going to
get
set up an open house
it out.
hopefully in February.
Yes.
Welcome to
That'd
come
be
over
right.
and see it
That's what I was
and to
good.
see it. It may not all be filled in, but you can broadcast.
Oh, we definitely going live.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that would be a
Oh,
good. We can set up a date, and I mean it's empty now. I mean, whenever we can pick a date,
Make
and we can get it and can do that, and people can see. We were just trying to let people know this is what we got. I don't know a lot of people in Philadelphia. I'm not originally from this area, so I came from Seattle, Washington. So I've been working through a major transportation company for the past 21 years. So I've been working and doing this and that. Yeah. So it was kind of really demanding, and then I had a house full of kids, and then so it's kind of been peacemaking this along the way. So it's kind of like last year was my year to step out. Did it all in faith. So I've been doing this 100% for a year. And this is what
And her daughter just became a doctor.
Oh, it's so
On the walls are different brands.
University of Pennsylvania.
Anything that you need.
Surgeon.
Surgeon gets you some connect with.
Well, with that in mind, I will say, in addition to donating, we need people to actually join the board. We need people to volunteer. So if you have donations for we have we need bathrooms. So if you have material donations, in-kind donations, so we're not just looking for financial, although we need that, but we need whatever people are willing to donate. If you have services, you have some skills, you have some time, we need a backyard cleared out. So if you want to come and help, we need help in that way. So
we have a lot of things out there that it would be so good to want to
Community garden.
community garden.
Look, he said that one right there got a green thumb statue.
oh, come on,
We
somebody.
volunteer. You gotta work.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but seriously, we have a backyard that would be perfect, and we would like to incorporate that and doing some gardening back there for our students. So
Absolutely. Whatever we can do, I'm definitely all in. Like you guys got my full support. Whatever you guys need, I think that's awesome. That is so awesome.
So then that brings me to Trish on the far left.
Yes, who was acting like she didn't know too much, but she was giving us the tea over here. She was.
So the only way I can help is by introducing you to people that I know.
So Trish,
that's a big help.
That's a big help.
Trish,
That's why we're
Trish
here.
is in our fundraising department. She's like the person I go to. Yes, she has all the ideas. She gives me all the courage. She spends a lot of time and the connections, and she will do anything ever needed. Just my rock. She's been my rock. Yep.
So we can put in something in the.
Yeah.
I know, man. We got a lot of friends. I got some friends at PhillyHipHop.org that will help, and they do different things.
That's all right.
Our friend Rob Swartz, he has a lot of connections. Trust me, we're making calls this week. You don't even have to worry. Like when I say I'm emotional on that, I'm like, yeah. I'm thinking of every person I'm calling this week.
A couple cards
Yeah.
too. Then.
We have an idea for a fundraiser, and it's because of the situation that you and I just helped out with. We were thinking maybe like some sort of show and a dinner for like in Philly. Like my first fundraiser for my thing was called a beef and beer.
I should have been there.
And or a comedy night or so.
laugh house.
We have a potential couple.
Silent auction. So we have a
stuff like
potential.
that.
We have a few ideas in the oven, but
Let's put that in motion. It's
and
sometime.
yeah. So we'll see if they work out.
Fundraising team.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't want me. I'm like a true cheerleader. I'll be like, this girl.
We need that. We
If
need
you
that.
if you call me, I have nothing. I'm still music person stuff. But if I'm open, my things are open. I'm yours. Absolutely, call me. I'll make sure y'all got my personal number. Everything.
Awesome.
I'm ready to do as much as I can to help this. Well, I'm not as big as you have done, but I've had small thoughts on something like this. But it dealt with like the welfare system. From welfare to work. But I mean,
That can all be
Very similar.
Yeah,
all of that could be
Just
plugged
the
together.
age group might be a little different.
it feels like part of my.
I want to go back to your so the
Mhm.
high school that's right down my house. That's
I know. That's why I
Yeah.
said, let me address
So,
it.
yeah. So it's just like, man, it's just like that was eerie. to do that.
I think it's confirmation.
That's
You've been keeping confirmation. It just dropped in the lap.
Thank you.
This building,
Germantown.
Germantown High School.
Like a big, that's been looking at buildings. They're doing all this
Vacant.
around
Yeah,
the city with
yeah.
all these people built houses, right? I'm thinking like, let us think. Y'all don't want to give us the education. It's the same kids that came
Right.
through here to get the education and
Come
now
on.
living there and possibly, even if it's like, cause it's so big that they could probably permanently stay in it. They won't have to come in. You won't have to come, you'll always have a place. Cause, it'll be bigger, cause I'm thinking on a bigger scale,
Right. Right.
So
You
you
can
can
have
house
something like
50 people or 60 people in one,
Right.
in one building. We obtain all the buildings.
Yeah, there are people. You're right. You're
Why
right.
we can't have them?
You're right.
Yeah. They're just
To
sitting there.
house people. And then you got the youth stuff that built the youth study center, put that over there and then connected it with that, 46th Street.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Okay.
Why we couldn't just help the kids instead of institutionalize the kids?
Right.
I get tired of that.
It would help.
I came up to foster care. It's a wild situation. I know the other side of foster care too.
Yeah.
Where you're abused for 2 years
Yeah.
straight, and
And that
there's
just blows
nothing
me
that
away.
they can do, or when they come past, you're told not to say nothing. You gotta keep it a secret and stuff like that. So I understand both sides. You know what I mean?
Right.
But my thing is, I want to be able to help these kids like prison. You send them through there, right? They got the felony. They go through there. They do their time, and then they get out. What are they done? They still got that felony over their head. You're not teaching them nothing.
No.
All you're doing is milking.
Right.
So my thing is, now when they come through the program, that they can possibly be permanently set off.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So where though, like you want for the people that have felonies,
Right.
you go in there and get a felony, and come on, you do your time, and should right the way you should be able to start off,
Right.
come back to society,
Right.
be able to gain everything that you once had, all your rights, and gain them back because you did your time and stuff like that.
Right.
These kids should be doing the same thing because they're let out into the streets after being 18, 21. I was 16. I was in an independent living. 16 to 20, 21. So I was able to have my own spot, have my own thing, but they weren't teaching us how to
keep it
money manage.
Yeah,
So
right.
what I did, I already had the ability to do this, so I did it on my own. But what about the kids that did come through there that I seen that didn't have the skill that I had, that I probably could have taught them, but nobody really wasn't teaching them or putting it, instilling it into them, so that way later on down the line when they were 21, 22, they walking out, they don't have no money saved up.
Right.
Or why they should.
You know what I mean? They should be able to come out from 16 to 21 or now 18 to 23, you got all those years. You had 5 years worth of money saved up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas though you're coming out $10,000, $20,000 on top, and you're ready for the world, you're ready to take it on.
I only know of one program that's like that is in Washington, and a young man who was on the street homeless started his own foundation, and he brings the people in, and when they leave, they have thousands of dollars in order to buy them a house. I only know of one program. Only one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
So in that Germantown high school layout, there was just one other piece of that, and this is just something that was just off the cuff. I have a relative who's the president of Midnight Basketball, and there's chapters in every state, and he's always said, when you're ready, I want you to open this chapter." But the idea is just once again, there's many avenues for different. There's some people coming through the housing, through the education. There's going to be some young boys that we get through basketball. If we can keep them safe, have our boys at home. I am so fortunate. My kids don't like to go outside and play. I used to get mad at them. to go outside and play because outside is dangerous. Now you can't play in the yard. You might get shot. But the thing is that if we could capture those same young men who are doing something else, then you can either bring them through the program differently. It doesn't have to be just this way eventually. But I'm just saying there's other kind of right. And this is not like a one place that is all mine. This is not anything to do with me personally or financially for me. This is all for the youth. So it's about connecting with other people and everybody putting money for it going somewhere. It's not going to my pocket. It's not going to my bottom line. They have to understand it's not about me. This is a nonprofit. This is not a for profit. This is not me making money off of it. This is money all belongs to the business, all belongs to the kids. I walk away, I get nothing. It belongs to the business. People need to understand that because they're so worried about giving money and where it goes. This is for the young people. And this is what we need to get started. We need a little boost to get these young people in the door and get them comfortable. We've got 11 open rooms right now. And if anybody needs, this, we have to find the funding for them. It costs money, unfortunately, to take care of people. We need the funding to get 11 people sponsored into this building so that they can be safe and they can begin their journey to healing, to hope, and to hopefully beginning their new future.
And dreaming with their eyes open.
Dreaming with their eyes open.
That can't be too hard. It's only
Right.
I understand that all that stuff, but with everybody pulling together, like, everybody knows people, and people know people that know people. It's about to change the world here. Because the youth is the future. So if you're doing this, piece by piece, it's gonna catch on. Nobody's gonna let you do this by yourself. You understand that?
Okay.
You understand that? So all these I'm gonna call it like this because you know that people.
And everywhere we
Higher
go,
people than us. That way,
right? Who can do these
I'll
things?
call them blue collar or whatever you call it. They want a piece of it when they see that you're doing, so you're gonna create like a domino.
Yes. And I noticed even just in the little bit of time that we've been kind of trying to do the promotion, everywhere we go, somebody is open to doing something. I was just in the grocery store and the gentleman walks up and, trying to promote his business, which is in-home care, possibly a potential job partner. He said all they need to do is be 18 and he'll train them. So we have connections everywhere.
I would connect somebody to a job.
Right.
So we'll have jobs that potentially are connected with us, so they'll be able to, if they come in and they don't have a job, we can hopefully help them get them into a job. Resources.
Great if they want to continue their education.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
And you guys give the push the forward and making their career, help them push them through. You know, give them that extra care to, so they can develop what they need to go that extra mile and get into the degrees and stuff that they need, and career that they want. This all out being great.
So it's in the name, envision success. We're trying to help them see that they can have a successful life, see that they can live in a way that's outside of what they've been in, something better than what they've had before. So to be able to envision that they can live a successful life independently and be able to continue it.
And you gotta want it. So you can't just come up in there and say, well, I'm gonna post up here because I'm not the system and I gotta post up somewhere.
That's why there's a plan.
There's a
That's why they have their goals.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. So that's why this is a selection process.
Want
Mhm.
this.
Right.
Really gotta want it good. It's so many out there, and right now it's only 11.
Right.
Once you get in there, listen, if the youth is listening, once you get in there, you gotta promote the you gotta promote
Yeah. Can I step in for a
There you go. He
moment?
said he'll be on the board. He just said
Okay,
proud.
there we go. All right, thank you, God.
Open mouth is her foot.
As they come into the program and we understand what it is that they want to do, they have to complete these modules. So we need to have the stats that say, yes, you've completed module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For two reasons. Number one is they need to have something that says I'm successful. But we need to have that too for grant application.
Yes.
We need to
Tracking,
have,
data
yeah, we
tracking.
need to have stats. Yeah. So we have it set up so that they can feel good about cleaning their room, for instance. That's the first one. And keeping it clean and showing that it is clean. Take a picture of it, take a video, upload it.
Make sure you check those timestamps. They could be uploaded the same picture
Over and over again.
I know how to get by that. Yeah.
She's like, you ain't fooling me with that one.
Yeah,
Don't let
not
it
at
fool
all.
you. Her shirt said nuts. Nuts.
Yeah. So another thing that would be helpful for someone to donate time, for instance, is on the IT side, which is my interest. Someone that it doesn't matter what kind of IT, you might want to just volunteer a couple of either for us on how to set up something or for the kids who all think they know how to deal with IT and don't. They know how to play on their phones, but they don't know how to access information, a specific kind of information, and how to decide what's correct and what isn't. That's what I
Vetting. I'm not good at vetting.
So, I'm sorry, yes.
Professor.
All the
She's a
secrets
professor.
over here. I knew the hat was holding me back. I knew it.
So tell them who you are.
Yes. Can we get your background?
My name is Dr. Jackie Cyrus, and I have a doctorate in instructional technology. I retired from the University of Guam 3 years ago. I lived in Guam for 17 years, and I taught instructional technology to university students who were planning on being teachers.
Wow.
Guam.
You just been sitting here all cute and adorable. I shouldn't even hear like yes, ma'am. I am so sorry.
So let me tell your viewers where Guam is. It's a U.S. territory like Puerto Rico is. It is south of Japan and east of, I have that directional problem.
All right.
Of the Philippines. So it's a little dot, right?
In the airport, he's out there. And he told me today that
Population.
About 170,000. It's
10 miles wide by 10 miles long. You don't even
22 miles.
Oh,
Like
like the Bahamas.
That's long enough. There's a lot of stuff out there to get into.
It's long. Mhm.
I always get my friends
Get off at exit 1 or 2, or circle back around.
my friends send me pictures of movies and I video chat, and I'm like,
Yes, yes.
it's
What were you
beautiful.
doing?
Was here working hard, working hard with all of them.
Wow.
Can we say where?
Say where? I need to know. Tell me he's working. I like to know.
She was city manager for Greyhound.
Wait a minute.
I
Hear this?
I read that. City manager for Greyhound.
Woman,
Just
you need like
Jersey,
multiple
New Jersey,
levels
New
of
Orleans.
power.
Yes. New Jersey, New York. She was
I'm
running
gonna
the
get all
show.
in your business after this. I'm about to be, yeah, I need all this information. She came in here quiet, like, no, but you know, she's just a whole just big major part of
Working
this
hard.
world.
Working hard is in the background, doing my own stuff, getting ready
You,
to
you need
transition
to
out
be
of
in
there.
the forefront. Like they need to know about you, hear about you. I'm going to
They have
blast
to.
you out whole life. They gonna bother you when I'm done. I'm gonna push y'all so heavy.
Or funny.
I think that a lot of people that I used
Yeah. I know people in the States that'll be like, can you bring that over here too? Can we get you guys over here?
Yeah. And so I know that we talked about this being in Philadelphia, but our program, just because it's based there, can take anybody from either side, Philly, or the Jersey side. So it,
That's
you
good
know,
to put out there.
yeah.
Yeah. Philly and Jersey, y'all.
Yes, yeah.
Vicious.
I have birthday.
Oh, paramedic.
Paramedics.
Oh,
Okay.
she's been a paramedic too. She's been a paramedic too.
You know, I think I've been set up, you guys.
But I have a lot of guys.
Mm. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Maybe you guys can take one of the young kids under your wing and teach them.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Training, yeah.
Well, that kind of
Or
goes back
even
to our
like that.
Germantown high school vision of
Yeah.
trades, So back in
Yeah.
my day, I don't know about everybody else, but back in my day, we had trades in the school.
Mhm.
I remember there being a shop class and
Wood
then
shop.
a metal
Wood
class
shop,
and then
metal
a
shop.
home ec class.
Home
and,
ec, I
you
had
know,
home ec and
yeah.
wood shop.
So those things have all gone away, and of course, nobody knows how to do anything. But those were the introductions to it having some confidence to try something. I
Yeah.
remember thinking that I could take the telephone apart and then, ooh, that telephone never ever worked again. That's why that phone didn't stop working. Okay, I thought I could take it apart and put it back. So that's what happened to my phone. Well, they just said he could start taking screws out and he could put it back together. Well, that's why that phone yeah. So, but yes, but the idea is, on a grand scale, that if we could have something like that,
Yeah.
that we would put those things back in place so that our people could come and get them. Because nowadays, not every kid if not most kids, are going to go to college. They're not going to go for a 4-year college degree to do something. They're just not going to sit that long. But you can get them to get through a 9-month course or a 12-month course or
Certified.
something,
Mhm.
and so we can start putting those things and getting them introduced to things, and getting them introduced to the union halls and where they're making a little money. I mean, they don't even know how to.
Banking.
Yeah, my kids don't even are even afraid to go hustle and do the yard. Everybody's got a yard in my neighborhood. We
Yeah, I
all
remember that
pay,
used to be good
who
money
to come
back
and
in the
do our,
day.
to come do our yard. But
Yeah.
they won't even try. They won't even say, "Hey, I want more." Me and my brother go out and we'll do it. Most of my neighbors will let them do it, and make a couple dollars. But we pay other services that have other people that.
Those are
Maybe
minor
not.
entrepreneurial skills that we learned at the beginning
Yeah.
that
Throwing a newspaper. I remember when people had newspaper
candy
routes.
and did everything.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
Tupperware, Mary Kay.
Yeah.
Everything is the one.
A lot of kids might have learning disabilities that they're afraid. Because I was one of those kids. And I was lucky enough to go to a community college in Pennsylvania that had an amazing disability services. So, but I was always afraid to go get an application because literally I couldn't even spell the name of the high school.
My partner is dyslexic.
You know,
And
but
he's
just that
learning.
confidence that you could give somebody
Right.
Yeah.
by showing them.
Right.
Somebody learn, everybody learns
Disability is
different.
really your superpower.
But everybody
Yeah,
learns
see.
different. Some people need to see it. Some people need to hear it. Some people can read it,
Everyone has
and
a-
not and to take away the shame
Right.
about
Yeah.
not knowing something.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Right.
give them
Being
the
okay to
confidence.
learn and
Yeah,
feel
Yeah.
comfortable.
the
Yeah.
confidence.
That's important.
I think first
And
of all,
that's
you're an
what-
advocate.
That's
Yeah.
what-
And over here, just like
That's why I always send stuff
Mhm,
individual.
Mm-hmm.
They each get an individual plan and have individual goals, and they can leave or enter at individual times. It's
Right.
not a group program.
Right.
So
that was my question.
they may
Now,
need 6 months, they may need
Right.
2 years.
if
It's-
they came out and said, I only want to be here for like 3 months.
Well,
We're gonna
it's a
get
6
ourselves
month
together.
6 month minimum.
Minimum.
Right.
6 month
That's what I want
minimum.
to know. Is there a
6 month
time limit?
minimum, because that gives us a good time to get a good assessment for you. When you're first getting in, it's a lot of paperwork. You're still trying to balance, trying to see what you're trying to do. I mean, by the time you get to the third month, you're like, okay, I got you here. Now let's see if we can flow.
Somewhat settled. Yeah.
Right. So-
That's-
well, I'm just saying,
6 months can be a
depending on,
lot.
they could come in different ages.
Yeah.
right,
too,
yeah.
so.
So some people might come in with some skills,
And
so
that's
that
3
gives us
months.
it gives us that balance. Someone who comes in at 20 who's been out on their own before, or
Mhm.
and just had some bad luck, or whatever happened, and they got to come back through this, might be a little bit more mature than the person who just is 18 years old who can't find their socks underneath the bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And I've seen that before. Yeah. For real, that is real.
yeah.
And there may be somebody who comes in who's already pending a voucher or something,
Right.
and they just need that 6 month transition time.
Right.
We can be
It's kinda like
teaching them in
90
between.
days, like, you got your first, it's like work. You
Mm-hmm.
got your first 90 days, you get yourself in, you get
Mhm.
acclimated with the place you're at.
Mhm.
And that next, 90 days is when you're going in,
Right.
you apply the skills.
Right.
I think that's a good
Right.
time limit
Right.
because
Give
then
us
they
at
have
least
the
6
option to
months.
say,
Right. Then
I
that
think I
6
need more
months,
The
time.
valve starts to move.
Yeah, you get that will going.
And
but-
by 6 months, you know whether you want to stay in the
Yes.
program or you
Or
don't.
if this is not for
If this
me.
is not for you,
Right.
and that's fair enough. You can say, hey, this is not a
Or
good
even
fit.
if it's a different skill that they decide, after 3 months, I don't think that medical's for me. I think I want to go a mile over here.
Right.
What we gonna do is I need to learn computer.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I changed my mind. I think I'm gonna go cut. Like, I think that it's cool that you guys get different options so that people don't feel stuck in a box.
Right.
And it teaches them not to dumb themselves down.
Right.
That literally the sky is the limit.
Right.
I love the
Right.
name. I love what it stands for. I love what you guys represent. Not for nothing, I love that it's women doing this.
Wow, I didn't even thought about majority of us.
I do want to put one little plug. My husband is behind all of this.
We
There's
have,
men
we have,
too.
there's-
There's men.
no, we have our strong women, but men take over a lot.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see, not for nothing, women
Mm.
nurture. That's what
Again?
we do.
Yes. Yes, we have men on the team. We do.
Yeah.
And now they got their new board member.
Yeah, we do have men on the team. Yeah.
Her husband's not here, but he's an integral part of the vision as
He
well.
says she's the boss, and
Yeah.
if you need me to knuckle him up,
Yeah.
that's what he's supposed to
But,
do.
he has.
In the position.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Sure.
vision of the house, my house. Oh,
Oh, well, Bruce did you say he saw? He
Oh,
looked
he
at the
saw
building
it.
and he was like,
yeah,
yeah.
he's the one that found Briscom, I think, the building of it. You just look at this. Just take a look at this. Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that's me.
And that's
Oh, that's you.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we kind of looked at it. Yeah, this is it. So he kind of sometimes just gets homed in, and God kind of moves through him, and I'm like, I don't like this. No, I'm not like.
She was like, yeah, I don't see it. He's like a babe.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
That's the vocal.
You see it?
That's
Exactly.
We're gonna talk about this again.
Yeah.
That's funny. You talking. That's it. Shout out Chris.
Yeah, shout out to Chris. That baby.
Near public transportation.
Yeah, it's a half a block. Yep. From the
the L's, we'll make sure that they know they see the same. Ah,
Well, that goes to the personal care and the
and the hygiene teaching. Yes, a lot of people.
Yeah,
too.
Oh, okay. Let's go for it.
So you have Michelle Lovely Swain. She's from North
Carolina.
South Carolina.
Mm.
She said a
Wow.
lot of stuff here. She had said some of the problems this way is that people just want the money and they care less about the care of the people. They're in it for the wrong reason. She says foster care have hearts too.
Yeah.
And she also thanks us.
And she's from Philadelphia originally. And her husband is actually a legendary DJ in Philly. So trust me, she just met
lived down in that
phone with her.
area
She messaged me like,
She's been teaching since
Is there a way
1990.
that you when
You
you
can
finish
respond?
recording this that I can go back and
absolutely, it's live. You can go on any of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and you can go in. I got Michelle, I know her first.
because that's where you save it to.
Okay.
On the website.
Okay.
Okay.
Could she use this on her website?
You can there's a way you can really share it right on there. And everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You can share the YouTube link. It's on all.
Okay.
That's what I just. I was just
Okay.
asking.
Yeah.
So we had
That's what
So that
I
was
just-
Michelle. Michelle, like I said, she's from Philly. She literally just relocated a couple of years ago to South Carolina. She's the teacher.
We
And
lived
she's
down
also
there.
dealt
Both
with
of
a lot
us
of
did.
that. So
Well,
she-
we lived in North Carolina. Lita, she's in
Michelle's
Georgia.
she's one of my
Shelley's
full
in
heart
North
Carolina
Carolina.
followers.
Shelley's in North Carolina.
She's also a teacher. She's a teacher now in South Carolina, but she's done a lot of stuff with youth. And her husband, DJ Bones, has done a lot of stuff like that.
Okay.
So I'll definitely connect because she has a lot of friends.
And you can let them know
Do
if
you
they
have
have
a
any
card?
questions and
Do
they're
you have
in
any
the
cards or anything?
the chat. We'd be glad to answer questions if people have questions.
she says, she says, all you beautiful ladies, please take a minute to stop by her website.
She's my blue queen.
It's
Mm.
paparazzi.michelle.com.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't know about
You
paparazzi.
$5 bling.
That's my favorite place.
Michelle, let me tell you.
Michelle.
Women, she said she got you because if you order 3 items, then you also receive 2 free gifts each.
She's my personal bling queen.
Oh,
That's
All my
what she's
clothes,
supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's
Networking.
She's supposed to network and promote herself.
Yeah, that's
You know
fine.
what I
No,
mean?
that's not a
So
problem.
maybe, hopefully, paparazzi can become
Oh, yeah.
sponsor.
Okay.
absolutely. And well, she's also a part of MOB Radio. That is her and her husband's radio station, and they do sponsor a lot of people. I'm also a brand ambassador for One Rock Vodka, so I also get sponsorships as well. So when I say I'm going to be reaching out with you, I know, like I said, I work very closely with a lot of friends from Philadelphia, hiphop.org. So let's connect all of these things together because
Yeah,
everything will bring it
We're gonna
together.
be
You know,
looking up all this stuff like, what's
I
this?
know.
What is this?
I'll tell you, you have my personal number.
We got all kinds of stuff.
We have a lot of HTX1 Studios.
We can
I
take
take a picture.
Yeah, we can take a picture. That's what self is.
Rob Swartz.
Okay. He's gonna be yes, here on 1819. But this is a friend of ours. We network with him all the time.
And he knows the mayor.
ATX1 Studios, formerly Ocean One Mall
In Atlantic
in
City.
Atlantic City.
They own
The mall. I'm not-
beautiful glass mall that's on the boardwalk in Atlantic City.
Oh,
Well, they're not really
On the beach.
Yeah.
If you go
She
to
just
the
came from
beach,
Guam.
it's
You ever
beautiful.
go? You never go to
And I've
casinos
never
or
been
anything?
either.
Yeah,
To the
so
boardwalk?
she's not from here, and
Oh,
so
well,
we're
this
new
is
in
where the
last
water
year.
is.
The
It's really
mall, which
That's
has
where I
the
want to go.
boardwalk on the- which I can't. Don't quote me on this. but
Ooh, don't get
it
me.
has 100.
Ooh.
And, only
4 floors.
4 floors. Only 5 stores are occupied right now. Having a grand opening, a soft opening.
For the lab
This
house.
is the last house that used to be in Philadelphia. All right, his soft opening, Rod. That's gonna be on the 12th.
And what you guys doing a lot
That
of your
opens there.
foundations is that you want to do the fundraisers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a whole
Connection.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
That
Yeah, that
poster
maybe,
over
yeah.
there is a festival that the kids had there. But Rob is that distribution, and he does a whole lot. It's more. I just want this is a hip hop CD with all the but he does a whole lot more. He's connected with everything there is. I know. They are. But he's connected with a lot of different people, a lot of different outlets, and we met a lot of people at this festival that might want to,
Okay.
A lot of
you know, and I feel like if, if a lot of radio stations get wind of it, like you guys can like record a little commercial type thing. I
Mhm.
think
There's
they
public
would do
service
that.
to know.
Yeah, PSA, and
we can even
we
try
can
to
do
set
that.
you
I
guys
did
up
it.
with some of
I
our
did
radio
one
friends
for
as
the
well.
intruders.
Get you guys
Actually, we did it for
Okay,
Rob.
Isn't that, wait, do you know
Intruder.
them?
Intruder.
Earl last week.
So
the ones
wait. Jimmy Wells and Annie Wells, do you know them?
No.
Okay, maybe it wasn't the Intruders. So friends of mine, um, I helped them with the situation, and we just stayed close friends. Jimmy and Annie, well, Jimmy used to sing with the Time, right? No Town. Even though I think there was only two original guys still alive, Caesar and somebody else. Well, now he just switched from the Times to. I could have swore it was the Intruders, but maybe I'm wrong. And another Motown group. So they offered.
Somebody will tell you.
They offered to do.
Somebody will tell you.
They offered to do
Our
part of the
fundraiser.
show, the fundraiser. No. I want to say the Intruders, but it must not be that.
I was gonna say, don't
I
make
had it written down, but I didn't bring my notes. I don't think.
You didn't even realize.
I didn't bring my notes with me about our fundraiser, but I did.
Let me Google this real quick.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Wells.
Oh. No, are they Motown? Are these guys Motown guys?
When I saw him was many
I
years
always
ago.
love
I'm
my
almost
mama.
positive. Hang on.
I always
Is it
love my
okay?
mama.
Absolutely.
So far, we're looking at having one comedian and two music
Well, it's her
acts.
friend.
Yeah,
They tell me.
and two music acts.
They tell me.
And did you get a response back from Carrie?
Jerry.
I spoke to her.
Okay. Oh yeah.
They're in they performed at the Hard Rock on February 18th. I think they won't be available.
Okay. Well, we're looking at doing this, as we call it, the big event. In May, sometime in May.
This is in May.
May. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
right
May.
before spring,
Right before
so
the
that's
end
gonna
of
be a
the
big event.
right
That's
before
gonna take a
school
little
goes.
time.
End of May. End of May. Yeah, no, ma'am.
Mhm.
No, this will be the other big event
But,
at the end of May.
I'm just like, oh Lord.
I'll talk to you all about it.
Okay, all right.
Did we sing
What
for-
it-
Forget. Thanks.
If
we have the house filled by then,
yeah.
Yeah, that's the goal. So,
We're gonna get this goal. We
yeah.
are gonna meet this goal, people. Okay. We
I
are
would
pushing
like,
that.
my big goal would be to have every room filled by the end of February. That would be my,
Yeah, our goal.
But
That's
you
the goal.
need
You're gonna fill up by end of February.
that's what I would like. I would like to have 11 people.
Make sure I got everything. I'm about to run through all of my
You
call
need
lists. I got a lot of
more
stuff.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
yeah.
the fundraiser will be after,
Yeah.
but we would like to have the house filled, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fundraiser they want to do.
Good question.
I don't need to have an empty house.
Good question. He just asked where are we getting the kids from? The application. No, not physical applications, where will people be coming? There you go.
Well, a lot of them is coming through DHS, so it's that's what we're utilizing so far. But actually, anybody that has been in that system and still has that eligibility, so to say, we can go back to that for them. It can come out of any other referral system. They can come from AIC, they can come from another foster care, they could come from word of mouth. Our main thing is to connect it back to where the funding source is going to be.
Right.
So once we can connect where the funding source is, then
What if they want in now? DHS or anything like that, and where like their mother.
That's a little tougher for us right now as a startup
To get
to,
funding.
to get funding because we don't have any grants. Because our idea is that we're going to be applying for grants so that we can have that money to see what the
Scholarship people.
What if you
scholarship
had
people.
somebody to sponsor it?
Oh, well,
Oh
then,
yeah,
yeah, come on in.
yeah. You
No,
know,
that
as
would
long
be
as we can
cool.
cover their bases,
Like,
Yeah.
like,
we'll talk offline what y'all.
Yeah. But yeah, that is the goal, is to be able to have funds available, that if we have someone who
Right,
meets
so
the criteria
criteria,
but just doesn't have the
have
funding
funds.
source, we can cover it right
Yeah.
now. But that is the goal. If we can get private funding from someone
Who wants to
that
sponsor?
wants to sponsor a child,
Yes.
then we're
Yes.
absolutely willing to work with you. Just wink, wink over there. Yeah, for real.
Because you know what I don't want it to be is that we have this wonderful building that's ready to go. Like
And
I
there's
said, it's
nobody
clean,
there.
it's brand new, and there's nobody there. I mean, I have someone right now who's maintaining the building for us, but like I said, it's all brand new. It's brand new. It's
You
new
need to come
windows.
see it. It's
Yeah,
really nice.
yeah,
Really?
it's very, very nice.
If you go online to envisionsuccess.org, there's like a little virtual carousel. You can look at the pictures. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
nice.
Right there, across the top.
Yeah.
Make sure you go on the website, go on all of that, but you know.
Before I leave, I have some photos on my phone. So when we're in the other room, I'll show you. Yeah.
And so if you're interested in volunteering or donating time or anything, we have a contact us tab up there. You can just fill out your information. There's a little box where you can write in, what it is you're interested in learning more about, and we'll get back to you.
There it is, yes.
And you can donate auction items.
Yeah.
Auction items.
Absolutely.
Donate to the
Oh, we're
auction.
doing it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just bring
true.
it.
I have like over. I got like over like 5. Or
Oh, I do that. Okay. So for the fundraiser, you'd be willing to do that part?
Oh,
Right. Everybody, we
She'll
should
do
not
the same.
real
Okay.
decent stuff.
She knows that she does.
Every
Come
week we
on,
go to the
somebody.
might separate them, maybe.
I have a lot of this with
You know, okay.
Awesome.
Oh, my music.
I'm just sitting here overwhelmed.
Everybody, that would be. Check it, make sure that y'all hit me up. We need those donations. We about to have silent auctions. Y'all already know I say support in real life. Don't let go of the fight. So I need y'all to tap in envisionsuccess.org. I need y'all to tap in. If you don't stand for nothing,
Come on.
stand for this. Stand for this.
Maybe this is my first one of my co-hosts.
Yeah.
So, we always do the gift giving. We always did the gift giving. She's like, make you remember this. He don't do the podcast. He just happens to be here.
Here we go.
Oh, come on. Turn that around. Show that to the people. That's big. Thank you. That's perfect.
The home is where the story begins. Yeah.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's cute. I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
We
you.
are going to definitely
Yeah, I wish I had my keys with me.
But now y'all make me find 5 more things to put a key on. Anyway,
Well, you gotta represent.
I
You gotta
do.
represent.
And she went and got me a t-shirt. I was like, well, girl, you know.
So we'll be that'll probably be a good fundraising thing too. We are working on developing a T-shirt. We'll
if
have
you
our
need
logo
any
on there.
t-shirts, I do have a press machine in my house. I press all t-shirts, business cards at home. Yeah.
What?
I run my own record label.
Where's your
Real Fire
card at?
Magazine. I am the walking card, baby. You gonna have my personal
Here,
number. I don't
here we
believe in I want you to contact me directly.
Sign and
It's something huge. And like I said, I do it at home. I do posters, I do everything. I do music, I do spoken word, I do poets. My partner is a producer, engineer. My baby, I got you.
You know what?
I'm good
Carol
for
said,
events.
look, I thought of my
And
daughter,
accessories.
Carol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So for every job. Perfect.
My daughter used to do that. I was so amazed for doing that.
So don't we need
She
to
did it when she
let it
was
come
at
out.
Central High School and going in the college. God, what that group was.
spoken words. You know,
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, we both. Yeah, we also are artists and stuff.
Oh, it sounds like this event's gonna be amazing. I'm just
that's
saying.
we can show you something.
You guys are gonna have to be.
Okay,
You
speakers.
guys are the ones that can explain this to everybody. It has to be explained. You can't just get their part.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
And we just yeah, we learned that. I finally went to one and I sat and I watched all the panels, you know, to learn. And it was great. So
Yeah. Well, the last fundraiser that I went to was for United Way, and that's what they did. They had the music, they had the panels,
yeah.
then they had a little clip from video about what it was about, and then they went back to the panels, then they went back. So I understand what you're saying. Exactly. I got you. We're trying to figure out what stuff we're singing for. You said the okay. How long should it be?
Well,
He used to sing
too long.
5 minutes?
Oh,
that's too long.
Hi, Jimmy.
30 to 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I asked. I'm asking.
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
That's
My
a
teacher just.
Hey, Miss Wells.
And Jimmy's on the phone too. Jimmy, who are you singing with now? Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. He's doing well. He's doing really well. I will. Yeah. I'm doing fine. I'm here at a friend's podcast, and we're trying to promote my other friend who I was telling Annie about, and asking if you guys would be willing to do a fundraiser for us called Envision Success, and it's an organization that will help foster children transition from foster care into adulthood, and hoping to house them until they're 23 and teach them some life skills and get them on their feet. Get them on their feet. Yeah. But who are you singing with? I'm like talking about you. You were with the Times first, and then. All right,
Okay. Royalty on the phone. All right now.
Okay. So, Jimmy and Annie, do me, and sing us a little tune.
Oh, I mean, if you do a little ooh, I won't mind. You know,
We will just all be honored.
You want to say? I heard it.
I like it too.
He did.
Okay.
On that national show on TV called The Mask.
Okay.
The Masked Singer.
Oh, right. And I watched that shit. What?
I'll send you the.
I told you the she the club. She the club.
They opened up season 7.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, I remember that. Disco Inferno.
So,
Burn, baby, burn.
come on, sing a song that I would know.
I'm done with y'all.
Yeah, I know
yeah.
Disco Inferno. I
You can
mean
sing that
one
one.
from the Tramps.
That's what they do.
Okay.
Saturday night food, huh?
He got stage right over the phone. Let me find that. All right. It's been real, you guys.
The link.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm
We
gonna
got,
send you the link now.
we got,
All right.
Okay.
The whole show's on here.
Yeah, we're on there.
Any more questions or anything that we didn't answer?
Yes, right. We want to give you because I was on the radio.
No, we didn't. We
Sorry. What?
did not, but
Also,
we'll try to work it in to where Jimmy and you guys could be there.
You know a lot of DJs.
Well, there was like one shop is a gate. So he'll look at his phone and see whether he has something for that thing, and then if you know, if y'all haven't locked it in yet, then he could say, you know, at the 17th, he's working or whatever, but he can do it on whatever.
All right.
It's gonna be in May.
So,
The nursing home on the weekend.
okay, something in May that's we're planning. Hopefully, we're gonna try to get a venue. And
Now the only issue is because he's staying with the trans, and most of the shows that they do is overseas, over the UK. And so they get a call at the drop of the dime every time, and then they out. You know what I mean? He might get a call tonight saying that they got to leave in 2 days to go over to the UK or something. And so, you know, so that's the only thing that could be an issue.
right, but you want to know something? If it works out, that'll be amazing. And if he gets called away, then I'm going to drag you.
she's gonna throw me on the scene. Like, wait a minute, lady. Hold on.
You can get me girls.
Show with me.
I'll try to find your birthday videos that I can call my phone.
Yeah.
You'll be real
I
petite.
can't think right now. Just send it to you in a minute.
7 up pound cake. Yeah.
Okay.
On a little pound cake.
Earthquake cake. I'm still
All
waiting.
right.
When the earthquake. Okay, I'll do that. Or you- yeah.
All right. I love you guys. Take care. Happy New Year. Bye.
Oh my God, y'all, they said something that's gonna be my baby cake. I don't even know what it's talking about. This is a
But
little
I
public
think
service
that
announcement.
that would be our
Yeah.
Okay.
We're definitely gonna boom this out.
30-second commercial.
Yeah. I mean, we're good for coming on. Look, we're good for coming around and shooting those commercials. You know, she shoots the commercials a lot of times for the intruders, and you know, we go to live events. Yeah, we go to live events, and she's like, "Let's get it."
Yeah, he did say that. He did say that. I heard him say that.
Look, you gonna make her call her?
Mom.
Come on, Alexa.
Mom.
But she said, "Call." No. She said,
The tramps and the intruders. So when you do the commercials, do you have a separate video?
I need to whatever we do. You can say, "Hey, come to my kitchen," and we come to the kitchen and we'll get everything done.
Yeah.
We've gone to the intruders rehearsals and we've done commercials with them.
Ask him if he knows Jimmy.
All types
So I can ask you later about your equipment.
Listen, I'm about to rack your brain. You about to upgrade me and everything. I'm like, yes, I got a website. I bought the domain, did nothing.
I have a domain. I have a domain. I've done nothing with it.
Hey.
10 years. Well, I got a domain and I got it launched.
These ladies come here on my podcast, they gonna call the trend. They called the lead singer out for the trend. No, he's not the lead singer.
He's in things with the trans.
The tram.
He said he used to sing with them.
Jimmy Wells.
Jimmy Wells.
Jimmy Wells. Ask him if he knows.
Do you know Jimmy Wells?
Oh, he left.
Earl been singing
Find
with
out.
the
I'm gonna get some more
Intruders
information on
for
this.
7 years.
Right. So
7 years?
7.
Oh, Jimmy Wells might be older than him.
Yeah, he's older. Across the youngest.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
back way back.
um,
Look at those embryos, how old assholes. She just blew up and came back.
We don't podcast.
Right. But she said, what you
Sing
doing?
something for me, Earl.
Sing.
Uh-oh, Earl. Sing a little something for the
Hey,
lyrics.
Earl, sing something for me, Earl. Let me hear something, Earl. You gotta sing something for us, Earl. You gotta sing something for us. I'll come do your pool for you this summer.
He got rid of them.
Dang.
You know.
Dang.
No.
So I
Don't worry,
have
we got your music up
Miss
here.
Dana Hicks, Dr.
Jackie Cyrus,
Jackie Cyrus,
Devon Jackson,
Devon Jackson,
Trish
Patricia
Quinn.
Quinn, and they're all in here from. Remember, I told you earlier about Envision Success, the house that they bought, that they have. What did they have? 11 rooms. They try to build.
I'm trying to help. So 11 youth off the street. Gotta stay for them.
Street.
Yep.
When I fix homelessness, I got a place. We gotta figure out how to get the two together.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Well, guys, we love y'all. And we know that y'all been all in the business with us. But y'all got to get out the business now. Go on the website, contact them, contact us to contact them, get the donations in, make sure you show some love, some extra questions, share this 5,000 times. With that being said, I don't know what it is.
Michelle said the first 15 shirts you press, she'll donate a piece of land.
It is.
Oh.
So she knows I press the shirt. So she always supplies me. She has that's the only thing I get.
What is the challenge?
So for the first 15 shirts that which is my company, Miller Fire, that we press, she's gonna donate jewelry for each shirt. So that you guys will have set package with shirts in the link to go.
Oh,
good.
Like I said, she's one of my really close friends. She's family basically. That's my sister. So
I
know.
don't do that because we cannot.
It's tears of joy.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
She said, we are the only Bible some of these children families may ever see, read, or
very true.
She don't do it. Look, I can't look at her, guys.
I'm trying not to. Okay, I'm not gonna look at her.
But right, because
Tears
we
of joy.
I'm the pride.
But I would say we know Jenny's eyes. Jenny gonna be like, you said I love you.
I just wish, people, and I know the people that are listening, who are paying attention to this, probably are the ones that understand. But man, it means so much to these kids. And if we could just get to them, it feels like they're corralled in an imaginary fence that only they can see. Sometimes only the government can see, and they're just waiting just to be slaughtered. Kind of, just we've got to save them. I used to, when I got into foster care, I used to want to be in the foster care. And I was going to get political, and I was going to change this broken system. I found out the system is so broken and so corrupt, you can't fix. So then I had to become the criminal of the system and say,
Oh my
let me steal the kids. And you would not believe sometimes when you're fighting to do right with kids, sometimes the system comes up against
Fight you.
you as the
Yes.
foster parent, you're the volunteer, you're the one that was trying to help them. Yes, we're trying to get. I have had to fight the system for the kids that didn't belong to me. But I always try to get my kids to understand that I'm in this class, I'm gonna do whatever it takes for you. But let me let you know, when you leave here, I want them to always remember, you go back and get 2 kids, and you teach 2 kids. You're gonna run across you one day. One day you're gonna say, that was me. Give that person some hope. Make sure you do it and teach them to do it forward. And eventually, if everybody is going back to do just a little bit,
We can,
we can
and
make
I
a
know with the
difference.
words fun, we can make America great.
Yes, 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 yes.
It's already success
Carlos,
story.
Brianna's, and
We have 3 stores and 1 pending. So
There you go.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't worry, y'all. If you missed it, I'm gonna be blowing up the timeline in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Y'all know how this works with me. I don't have insomnia. I'll be up like envision. Y'all be ready. Just know I'm tagging everybody for like 3 days.
They
Just
wrote
give me
their
the-
own success stories,
Yeah.
and you can
No help from us.
But that's the best part about it.
Yeah,
Because
one
what
of
you
them
guys
is a
are
real
doing,
tearjerker.
you don't have to brag about it. You just are. And everything that you are and that you stand for speaks for itself.
A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong she is until she gets in hot water. Eleanor Roosevelt. Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. Oprah Winfrey. I am a woman with thoughts and questions and shit to say. I say, if I'm beautiful, I say, if I'm strong, you will not determine my story. I will. Amy Schumer. Feminism isn't about making women stronger. Women are already strong. It's about changing the way the world perceives that strength. G.D. Anderson. Women belong in all places where decisions are being made. It shouldn't be that women are the exception. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The most courageous act is still to think to yourself aloud. Coco Chanel. I believe that it is much a right and a duty for women to do something with their lives as for men, and we are not going to be satisfied with such frivolous parts as you give us. Louisa May Alcott. I am not free while any woman who is unfree, even when her shackles are very different from my own. Andre Lord. A feminist is anyone who recognizes the equality and full humanity of women and men. Gloria Steinem. And that concludes our podcast for tonight, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and check us out on our next Thursday. All right, Thirsty Thursday. I'll see you then. And it's been fun. Catch us on all platforms, all social media, and anywhere you get your podcasts. Let's have a good evening.